Hello children, I welcome you all to yet another session of Ingredients of Modern Industry. So, without any delay, let's get started. In Ingredients of Modern Industry, today we will learn about the uses of various minerals. Let's start with iron. Iron is used for making tools and equipments. It is very important for making tractors, then automobiles and defense equipments. So, from iron ore, iron is extracted, which is used for making tools, tractors, automobiles, and defense equipments. Let's talk about bauxite. From bauxite, we extract alumina, and from alumina, we make aluminium. We get aluminium, which is used for making ferroalloys. Ferroalloys means like combining iron and aluminium to make an alloy. It is used, that is, bauxite is used for making paints. Then utensils. Aluminium is used for making utensils, insecticides. From bauxite, we extract alumina and then aluminium, which is used for making aeroplanes because of its light weight, and it is also used for making batteries. Next, let's talk about manganese. Manganese is an important nutrient for our body. Besides this, manganese is used in electrical and electronic industries. So, manganese is used in electrical and electronic industries, and it is an important ingredient, important nutrient for our body. Then we will talk about copper. Copper is extensively used in our lives. Undoubtedly, in the electrical wires, we need copper. So, electrical industry uses copper. It is used for making containers, also for the manufacture of aircraft. However, copper is extensively used for making electrical wires, circuits. Then, let's talk about mica. Mica is used for making utensils. Besides this, mica is also used in making electrical cables and wire. Gold. Who doesn't know about gold? Gold adds on to our beauty, and it is used for manufacturing jewelry. So gold is another important mineral. Now let's talk about limestone. Limestone is used for smelting of iron. It is an important ingredient to smelt iron so that it can be molded into various shapes. Then, limestone is an important ingredient for chemical industries and cement industries. So, let's revise the uses again. So, from iron ore, iron is extracted, which is used for making tools, tractors, automobiles, and defense equipments. Bauxite is used for making ferroalloys. That means by combining iron and aluminium, we make various products. Then, for manufacturing bleaching powder, paints, insecticides, and batteries. Manganese used in electrical and electronic industries. Copper is used to manufacture aircraft, electrical wires, containers. Mica is used to manufacture electrical cables, wires, alloys, and utensils. Let's talk about gold. Gold is used for manufacturing jewelry. Then, limestone. Limestone is used for smelting of iron. Iron is heated at very high temperature so that it can be molded into various forms and shapes. Then, limestone is an important ingredient in the cement industry, and the chemical industries. So, all the minerals are so very important, and we have discussed that they are non-runnable and unevenly distributed. So it calls for conservation of minerals. We need to recycle minerals. Recycle means using them again and again after little processing. We have to reduce their wastage. Then we have to use efficient technology. Efficient technology means optimum utilization of minerals and no wastage. Then it's high time that we find alternatives of these minerals, substitutes of these minerals to secure our future. So, conservation of minerals is the need of the hour, and it has various dimensions. Recycle the minerals and the metals, reduce their wastage, use efficient technology for optimum utilization of these minerals and metals, and find alternatives, substitutes of these minerals which are exhaustible and unevenly distributed. Now we will talk about power. Power is required for agriculture. We need the supply of electricity for running tube wells for domestic purposes. For transportation, we need petroleum and fuels. For communication and for defense purposes. So, power plays a very important role in the process of progress of the human society. Power is an important ingredient of the human civilization, of our civilization, and power resources are classified as conventional and non-conventional. Examples of conventional sources are firewood, coal, petroleum, and non-conventional sources of energy include wind energy, solar energy, hydel energy, geothermal energy, etc. Now we will try to understand the differences between conventional sources and non-conventional sources. Conventional sources of energy have been used since ancient times, and they are referred to as the traditional sources of power like charcoal, firewood, coal, petroleum, etc. Non-conventional sources have been developed recently. Example, sun, wind, etc. So the first difference is conventional sources have been used since ages, while non-conventional sources have been developed recently. Conventional sources are non-renewable, that is, they are exhaustible, and hence it calls for conservation. Non-conventional sources are renewable, inexhaustible. So, the conventional sources of energy are non-renewable, that is exhaustible. while non-conventional sources of energy are inexhaustible, that is renewable. Conventional sources of energy, they are expensive in nature, while if we talk of non-conventional sources of energy, initial cost, that is cost of setting up, is really high, but then the running cost is really less. So conventional sources of energy are overall expensive in comparison to non-conventional sources. So conventional sources of energy are expensive, non-conventional sources of energy are cheap, only their setting up cost is high, initial cost is high. Conventional sources of energy cause pollution, while non-conventional sources of energy are eco-friendly. So we need to understand the demarcation between conventional sources of energy and non-conventional sources of energy. Conventional sources of energy have been put into use since ages, while non-conventional sources of energy have been developed recently. Conventional sources of energy are non-renewable, that is, they are exhaustible. Non-conventional sources of energy are renewable, that is, they are inexhaustible. In case of conventional sources of energy, they are expensive in nature, while non-conventional sources of energy are cheap in nature. We have to invest money. It's like one-time investment. Money is needed in initial stages during setting up. Conventional sources of energy cause large-scale pollution. Non-conventional sources of energy are eco-friendly. They do not cause large-scale pollution. And today, when we are living amidst so much pollution and amidst so many diseases caused due to contamination of nature, it's high time that we switch over to non-conventional sources of energy to make this earth cleaner, greener, and a better place to live in. So, examples of conventional sources of energy are firewood, coal, petroleum, etc., while that of non-conventional sources are wind, water, tides, geothermal energy, etc. With this, I wind up the session and request each of you to go through the video and the context, the content in the book more than once to develop insight into reality. Take very good care of yourselves, your kids and kins, and I'll see you in the next session where we will discuss about the sources of energy in detail.